Welcome, everybody. We'll get started in a little bit. Can you see the world crumbling around us on a daily basis? Continues to get worse and worse on a daily basis. You can see more and more of Satan's deception going away. And they never will. But without a doubt, we are in the last days, the last few weeks. Aaron Hayward, welcome. Glad to have you. Satan knows his time is short. I think there's 5 days left in the Olympics. I think once the Olympics ends, they'll start making more moves, bring about their own demise. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's where it all ends. There isn't going to be a reset. There isn't going to be any of that. John, welcome. Glad to have you. But expect about a week, I think, the Olympics has. And once that's done, they'll start switching. I also heard the first thing they're going to do in the next week is they're going to mandate it for all active duty. It's pretty much going to coincide with the second week in August. That's what we were talking about. I know it's still a week or more away, but they're running out of time. The same with New York. I think on August 16th, it's mandated in New York City. Can't get into stuff. Los Angeles, they're doing the same with the military, mandating it. So I would say the second or third week in August, sometime between now and September 1st. Not long, about 21 days max. Then what are people going to do? They're going to get panicky, aren't they? But this whole last year and a half has been you mentally preparing for what's coming, what's going to happen to this place. It will happen quickly, and it will bring about their own demise. So I think it'll be even sooner, but like I said, we're already in August. By September 1st, I don't know how many days are left. We'll say 21. I'm not sure. But that's what we were talking about. School isn't going to start. Everything's not going to go back to the way it was. It's never going to. It's never going to. Satan and the fallen angels will get cast to earth. And they will crush all of their own first, trying to deceive you and get your soul. That's never going to happen. So it's not for you. It's for they. Without a doubt, that's where we're at. Like I said, I don't know how many days are left in August, but it's coming. I would think roughly in a week, but we got like 3 weeks or so left in August. But I don't think it'll take that long. Whenever those mandates start, I didn't look at the date. Ann Pearson, glad to have you. Welcome. But without a doubt, We are at the tail end of the illusion. The world being ended in 2019. The illusion of that world ending in 2021. And all hell breaks loose. And it will end with Christ returning. So, if you get a week of the illusion that you lived in, what would you do with this last week to 3 weeks before this whole thing collapses? Don't just go through the motions. McBear, welcome. Glad to have you. Like I said, just don't go through the motions for the next 1 to 3 weeks until this thing collapses. Don't do that. Better prepare mentally. Life, welcome. Glad to have you as well. Other places will do the mandates as well, but you'll start seeing it really start to accelerate within a week to 3 weeks. Yeah. Just is what it is. But if those mandates, I think they start on like the 15th or the 16th. And I heard that they're going to announce the military has to mandatory. Justin, welcome. Glad to have you as well. Yeah, it's definitely coming to an end. But there is no military left, so it's all a theatrical performance. There is no real military left at all. Hasn't been in a long time. The last real people would have been right after 9/11. Everybody couldn't wait to sign up, could they? That was it. Everybody after that is not real. Yeah. New York City and LA. Mandates. You have to have that passport to get into anything, or whatever they're going to call it. I think it goes into effect the 16th, so that'll probably be the beginning of the end. Violet, welcome. So, if the world you knew ended, the illusion of that world is coming to an end, and it's going to be chaos. What would you do with the last 3 weeks of the world you knew? Would you continue to go through the motions? Continue to pay bills? But yeah, that's about it. I heard Greece is burning up. Probably. A lot of this place is going to burn up. All these things must come to pass. Chaos will reign. And a lot of people aren't going to understand it. They're going to be scared and crazy. It's only a matter of time. It's a playbook that Satan developed long ago. And all his props are doing whatever they want. They're going to pay dearly. Do not feed into anything that you hear in the TV news. Not that you do. Not that anybody does. But all that happens as these mandates. You can't go into here and you can't do this. All that does is bring about their own demise. their way of life. The people, the average people have nothing. It's they, in fact, that lose everything, bring about their own demise. Won't be no more private jets. Won't be no more yachts or whatever these people do. Golf courses. Won't be no more golf courses. No more of their stuff. No more. How are they going to get around? Nobody's going to be in cars. Not they either. But they've tried to make their escape long ago. That's what this year and this half was. Getting to where they wanted to be. Trying to hide from the wrath of God. And also Satan as well, too. Yeah, they want 100%. It's going to be 80% till they say 85 and then 90. But it'll never get that far. Plus, their numbers are whack. I don't think their numbers line up with the real world. And because I live in reality, people can do whatever they want. It's just going to be there in the background as this place collapses and people need the FEMA camps and all the other stuff they're going to need. The mark of the beast is going to be part of the deal. Get in the bus. You need food and water, right? Take you to a camp or a stadium or wherever else. It's like in New Orleans when that levee was blown out by they. And New Orleans flooded. And they waited, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 days before they tried to help those people at the Superdome or anywhere else. All they were doing was learning how long it takes for people to get desperate. And it was probably 7 to 9 days. It started getting real crazy, didn't it? Mighty, welcome, glad to have you. All these things must come to pass, though. Let them do whatever they want to do. And let the people follow them if they want to. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Nothing they tell you has to do with you. Yeah, not many humans left, is there? Nobody can get hired anymore. Yeah, it definitely was a test run to see how long to bring chaos. Once the food is gone, everywhere collectively, that's when the buses will start going on. Yeah, Australia's long gone. So Aaron's in Australia. Other of you are in Australia. But Australia's long gone. They already have military on the streets. And it's not going to stop. Yeah, I guess you could move around. But it's going to be everywhere. Everywhere, all across this planet. And it's going to be everywhere in a way not like it is now. It's not going to be like in the movies, because they're not going to have fuel to go everywhere, are they? They may be able to do certain things, but it's not for you either. It's not for you either. Like I said, it's all in the playbook. Satan's done with his own. And he will expose them and crush them all. They'll get theirs from Satan, and then they'll get theirs on Judgment Day, won't they? Let them do whatever they want. Do not feed into politics. Neither of them care at all about you. Yeah, Melbourne, The Gold Coast of Australia, everywhere in Australia, Sydney, everywhere, that's done. It's done. And they're doing that in preparation of what's coming. It's not just going to be there within the next few weeks, next 3 weeks or so. It's going to be everywhere. Like I said, if it's it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a false flag, it could be anything. Yeah, they're going to do the illusion of locking everybody down, but nobody's going to listen to them. And their response is going to be to cut the fuel, or like we said, false flag, staged event, grid is down. It's China's fault, bro. Yeah, that's where it's going to end up, Mighty. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. In the cities, in like New York and stuff. But outside of that, they're not going to do door to door. They're just going to put people in a position where they need them. There's no food at the grocery store. Get in the bus. We'll take you to a camp. And then we'll get the grid back up, and then you can go back home. Whatever it is, it's there. Don't go that way. You don't need them at all. You need Christ. There's nothing they can do for you. That's what we were talking about the other night, right? Don't put your faith in men or princes or politicians or any of these clowns. None of them are real. None of them care about you. And that's what it is, without a doubt. I had a Bible verse here about that. There, it's in Psalm 146. Do not put your trust in princes, in mortal men who cannot save. It's very clear. 1 Peter chapter 5, cast all of your anxiety upon him, for he cares for you. And that's what I was talking about the other day as well. Why are you afraid? What are you scared of? What do you have anxiety about? Or depression? Or stress? Why are you stressed out? It's not for you. And those verses are something you could refer to. It's not for you. Why are you afraid? This place is a wrap. And all that's left is to do God's work. Nothing more, nothing less. It's the only way. Yeah, and that's how people are going to go out and getting drunk and playing video games. That's right, life. It's not for the children. I have no fear. That's the right answer. It will go on around you. It will not affect you. You're not in that. No fear. Why are you afraid? Why are you scared? It's not for us. They, the church people, they'll be scared. Oh, they'll be panicky. That's why I said panicky, but they'll be scared and panicky. And they'll be full of anxiety, and they'll be full of stress. They'll be full of fear. And that's how they'll go out of this place. And that's what it is. Yeah, they feed fear. Look at what they've accomplished so far. Yeah, but what have they accomplished? What is real? You know what I mean? How many real people? One would have to define real, but all they end up accomplishing is their own demise. They like this place because they exist purely on physical or material, and they're going to lose that very abrupt, very quickly. Like I said, you can feel it. You know, I can feel it too. We're not the only one, so something's coming, and we know that something is. These things must come to pass. So whatever the something is, whether it's a false flag or whether it doesn't matter, doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the physical material world is coming to an end. That's what's happening. When I say the world ended, I mean the world, the physical material world, the illusion of it. I guess because you can still get Amazon stuff delivered and you can still kind of get food and fuel. That's the illusion of the world I'm talking about. That's coming to an abrupt end. That world is dead. So they're going to have what they have in their underground cities or whatever, you know, whatever. But it doesn't matter. Once the food and the fuel go away, per a fake hack by China, we have to respond to China or Iran or whatever worldly excuse they give you. The better it is. The tougher it is, the better it is. Let the grid go down. Let's wake up tomorrow with the grid down across the world. Who loses more? We're already out of the world. We're out of that world. The grid and Satan's world. Babylon. The Great Deception. We're already out. I'm out of it. I would assume all of you are. But that's the world. That's the illusion. That world ended. The illusion will end. And who loses what? We're out of that world. Everybody in that world are the ones that lose everything. Even your neighbors and everything. They'll hang on to their houses to the death until they need food or water or electricity. Because at the end of the day, once the electricity's off, people can't exist in their houses because they can't get water. They can't get anything, can they? They're not going to put their faith in Christ. And that's what it is. And that's how they'll go out of this place, like I said. Scared, anxiety, fear, all that stuff. That's right. Come out of Babylon and do not partake in their plagues. And like I said, at best, we got till like September 1st. But I would think whatever the date is that those mandates are where you can't go into places in New York and LA, I think it's about a week away. People are going to start having enough of that. And they bring about their own demise, don't they? They're also going to mandate it for all active duty military. But there is no real people left in the active duty military. We've talked about that. You know the deal. More playbook stuff to divide people. But at the end of the day, it's going to get so bad that people will call out for a leader to make it like it used to be. And we all know who's going to step up. It honestly, in real life, it could even be Donald Trump. The last Trump, who knows? It might even be Trump. It'll get so bad, and then he'll show back up. But that's from a worldly. No, it's not Obama. The average person will not support him. People know that, you know what I mean? It's not Obama, though. Could be Donald Trump. That's what I think, but it doesn't really matter. The final Trump, it could be Donald Trump, because he had a lot of supporters, and as this place crumbles and it gets real hard, they'll fight to the death for him, won't they? The final trumpet. Maybe that is him, but it doesn't matter. The vessel that he inhabits. It's not, to think of these people, these clones, these androids, the devil bots, or whatever you want to call them. They're just props. You know what I mean? So the prop that the Antichrist inhabits, you know what I mean, is irrelevant. But that's what I think it will be. So by 2023, it'll be so bad that people want him back. And then he'll come back, and it will be the mark of the beast. That'll never go away. It'll never get back to what it was. Obviously, we know that. But don't listen to any of those people. Anybody that talks to you about worldly stuff, just cut them off, cut them out, come out from them. Like we talked about, that's going to be a trap for a lot of people, their families and friends and coworkers and neighbors, all traps. Let them grow together till the end. And those people only exist to drag them to hell. But it doesn't matter the body that it inhabits, but it's probably Trump. The final trumpet. But it doesn't matter. It has to be this way. All these things must come to pass. And you're not going to feed into any of it. None of the protests, none of the looting. You're not feeding into any of that. Ever. Yeah. But he will crush all day. He will expose all day. And all they that partook. So, make no mistake about that. Maybe that's why they hate him. They don't like Donald Trump, do they? Because he knows all their secrets, and he can expose them, and he will. If he's who we think he is. He will. The whole world will cheer for him. And he'll promise everybody it'll go back the way it was in 2019. I mean, that something along those lines. But you know the deal. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter who, but it's coming. Make no mistake about that. It'll get real bad, too. Just don't feed into anything of the world. Because it's coming. There was another thing that I heard. There's another thing that I heard. And there was I don't know, maybe like a few months ago, Biden was walking up the stairs of Air Force One and he almost fell off. And Donald Trump said something about that. They showed him the video and his response. I almost lost Joe Biden. And that's something Satan would say, because they're all props in his world. And so if he's running the whole thing, both sides of the coin, everybody, you know what I mean? And you can clearly see there's the Donald Trump with the red tie and the Donald Trump with the blue tie. One looks all pasty and plastic, and the other one looks all orangey, you know? But that's what it is. You know Satan's going to expose his own, and he's going to crush them. Maybe that's why they hate him, like we said. They just don't know the deal, that they're props in his world. You know what I mean? They don't know the deal. You see it like that's 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, they're all props. All props. That's why it's so important to come out of the world. They don't even know it. You know what I mean? They don't even know it. But I would say the the collapse, the illusion will end within 1 to 3 weeks. And then it'll get really bad until sometime in 2023, I guess. And then from 2023 to 2030-ish. I'm not predicting dates. I'm just saying, based on the signs God has given us, use the signs. We're there, though. You know what I mean? We're there. Best case scenario. Everything they love so much will go away. All their fame, all their fortune, all that crap. Face diaper. About a half hour in, not too much. Glad to have you. Welcome. But you know the deal. You know what's coming. It's not going to be a surprise to you. And you will remember. It's not for you. Do not be afraid. Look forward to what God has in store for you. Yeah, there's not very many real people left at all. At all. Just think of how many people you see on a daily basis. Only 144,000 will be good. Surrounded by it. Yeah, FaceTime says, I just checked my notifications. We're magically turned off. Yeah, I can't imagine in the collapse as it starts to get really bad, there's going to be any more of this at all. But it is what it is. Everybody else will perish. They will die horribly. And what's coming? 144,000, 12,000 from 12 tribes, right? You know the deal. Everyone else is dead already. Whether they like to hear that or not, doesn't make any difference, does it? Nobody wants to hear that. They don't like the truth. You're all dead already. Go into a church and tell them that. See how they respond. All of them. One out of how many? I don't know. 1 out of 1 million? 1 out of 10 million? I don't know. How many real and fake people exist in this reality altogether at once? A whole bunch, right? Every country, every city could have stadiums full of people and people outside of that. But you're only going to pick 144,000 of them. 1 in 10 million? Who knows? Yeah, they're all dead already, aren't they? Life support. They'll disagree with you, of course. But they just want to hear what they want to hear. And nothing more, nothing less. I've had a lot of shills and other people that claim they accept Christ as their Lord and Savior. But they don't like the truth, do they? Also, anybody that ever took a dime, if you took $1 to preach the gospel, or a book, or you sold a book or anything, you're dead already. They're dead already. Put $1 in my PayPal, bro. I'll teach you guys stuff. You're dead already. Buy my book. You're dead already. Buy my DVD. Dead already. They're all dead already, aren't they? Oh, you had an abortion? Oh, you did? I guess people make mistakes. You're dead already. You took the mark of the beast. Well, you took the test, so it's not the same. You're dead already. They don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. You spent your whole life going to a church and you gave $20 every week. You did. You're dead already. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to me. They're only going to listen to themselves and what they want to hear. And every one of them, as you already know, will hear something different. They'll all have their own excuse. Because on Judgment Day, I guess they get the illusion that they're going to be in a courtroom. They're going to be in a courtroom, and they're going to get to plead their case. And I guess that's the illusion they live under. But it's not going to be like that, is it? It's not going to be like that. You're not going to get to stand up there and explain to God why you should be all good. You're dead already. I never knew you. And that's why I said they're going to die horribly. Totally full of fear, anxiety, stress, and not the good kind. All of that stuff. Panic, worry. I guess that's what they get for being from a rebellious house. It's not our decision. It's not for us. Let God's will be done. And they can explain it to you any way they want to. And they will try. And they'll try to a point where they just say, I'm done with this. But, like I said, I've been trying since 03. And I've got through to 0 in real life. Thank God for this. Because at least I know I'm not alone. There's other God-fearing people. Like real God-fearing people. And not just say it. Hopefully you live it. Hopefully you're making videos or whatever you do on whatever platforms you have. Because you're going to have to show your work. Without a doubt. You got to show it. Now you can't work your way into heaven. You can't do enough, but you can show your work. So, but I'm not telling you nothing you don't know already. I'm sure you've all been putting out videos daily on your own platforms. The Gram or Facebook or whatever people exist on. MySpace or TikTok or TikTok or whatever that is. And you guys do that. I don't go into all that stuff. I don't even know about that. But I know you guys do. And you better hope you're putting in that work. And not just sitting around for the last year and a half. That's for sure. That is for sure. Or you're under the same delusion that everyone else is. So, you know the deal. I know you've been putting in that work. Some of you. But none of that matters anymore because that time has come and gone, hasn't it? Time has come and gone. So what I would say in these last few weeks or whatever it is until the collapse happens, draw near to Christ. Yeah. Draw near to Christ. Because it will be the last time that it's like this in your life. The playbook on repeat. Yeah, it certainly is, isn't it? And it's a wrap. Won't be no more great resets or whatever they call them. It's their end. coming for them. But I'll continue to do these until we can't. At some point, there won't be no communication like they did in Cuba, like they did in Paris, France, like they did in Italy. But yet people are still recording videos and they get somewhere and they get them uploaded so you can see bits and pieces. Life support, you take care. I'm going to be wrapping it up in a little bit as well. But like I said, we'll continue to do these. At some point, I'm sure there won't be any communication. It'll just be they. Emergency alert messages from they. I think they are waiting for the Olympics to end in a week. Also when those mandates start. So I think you probably got a week until it really starts to progress. But you know the deal. You've been preparing. You've been putting in that work like you never have before for the last year and a half or since you woke up. You can't do nothing. Don't tell me you did nothing for the last year and a half. Say you were busy. I was busy, bro. Don't tell me. So I'm going to wrap it up now. God bless all of you. All glory to Christ. You guys stay safe. Come out of the world. Or partake in their plagues. You don't want that, I assure you.